Welcome to 2026, my friend. Another year of limitless possibilities lies uncharted ahead. I love the fresh start feeling of a new year. I also remember how loaded that feeling used to be for me. Loaded with pressure to throw everything out the window, fix everything I wasn't happy with all at once, and fit myself into someone else's goal setting, time management, and productivity systems. Yep, it was a setup for failure. Every single time. Fortunately, my midlife wisdom kicked in and I figured out what works for me. A gentle, ease-filled approach with plenty of pauses built in is how I deflated the pressure I used to feel. Keep listening, my friend. Ahead are a few nuggets to inspire you to set the pressure aside and allow yourself to begin this year at a pace that feels right for you. Hey there, I'm Karli, your favorite Gen X dealer of positive vibes, life and wellness coach for women in midlife and beyond, and community builder. Thank you so much for joining me here for this episode, my friend. The new year touches each of us in different ways. However you experience it, I'm guessing expectations abound. They may be expectations you have for yourself or that you feel from external sources, but they carry weight either way. And when the weight of expectations is palpable, slowing down can feel uncomfortable, especially for us women. Many of us have spent decades as the one who keeps things moving, anticipates the needs of others, and carries the weight of responsibility. We pride ourselves on being productive, checking off boxes on endless to-do lists, and never stopping. Until we burn out, that is. In that context, slowing down can feel counterintuitive, maybe even unsafe. A pause may feel like you're letting someone down or falling behind. There's also a limiting belief many of us absorbed along the way that rest is warranted only after everything is done. Then it's okay to slow down. Of course, there's always something else waiting in the wings. If the thought of pausing at the start of a new year brings up discomfort, resistance, or guilt for you, it makes sense. And you are not alone. You're simply bumping up against what you've known and experienced thus far. Allow me to share what happens when you intentionally pause rather than succumbing to the pressures of a new year. When you intentionally pause, the first shift often occurs in the body. You may notice your shoulders drop, your facial muscles relax, and your jaw unclench. Your breathing slows and deepens. You feel your heart rate come down. You tend to find calm more easily, and your sleep quality improves. You can all use that one, right? All of this means your nervous system understands it doesn't have to stay on high alert. Elevated cortisol levels normalize, helping to prevent chronic stress. When your body feels safe and calm, your mind can too. A pause allows your thoughts to slow down. You notice mental chatter and can gently redirect if needed. Space opens for creativity and problem solving. New ideas often show up, and your focus improves. And then there's the soul, my friend. A pause reconnects you to you. Here, your inner voice gets a chance to speak, and you have the space to listen. You understand what is meaningful and what you want, and the next step forward comes to you, sometimes in very unexpected ways. A period of slowing down helps you align with your wisdom, unique gifts, and quiet power. So what does it look like to pause at the start of a new year? Well, that is ultimately up to you, because you know what you need better than anyone else does. If you're looking for a few ideas, however, I've got you covered. It doesn't require hours of free time or a dramatic lifestyle overhaul, my friend. The benefits of pausing stack well when they're small, consistent, and filled with self-kindness. First, pause to check in. At least once a day, take a quiet moment to ask yourself a simple question. How am I feeling right now? Notice what comes up without judgment. A daily check-in builds self-awareness and helps you understand how your thoughts and emotions impact your energy, choices, and overall sense of well-being. Second, pause before you act. Before responding or committing, take one big breath and ask, does this support me right now? This small pause helps you shift from reacting out of habit to acting with intention. even in those everyday moments. And third, add gentle actions to the month. Pausing doesn't mean doing nothing, although those can be the most impactful types of pauses. A pause might be one small supportive action that nourishes you. Maybe it's brewing a cup of tea and holding the warm mug, taking a short walk to tune into each of your senses, or stepping outside for fresh air. The aim is to separate from automatic doing and create moments of being. If what I've talked about today resonates with you and you want an easy start to 2026, I invite you to purchase my 31 Days of Gentle Actions to Ease into 2026 email series. This is a series of 11 emails that guide you through 31 different actions to support a gentle, ease-filled approach to a new year. Some of the actions foster simplicity and calm. Others nurture self-compassion and resilience. You don't have to think of what to do. I used my life and wellness coach expertise to carefully choose and sequence each action in a way that feels good and lays the foundation for a beautiful year. As the days unfold, notice subtle but meaningful shifts like less overwhelm, deeper self-awareness, reduced resistance, and a growing trust in yourself. The series is available for $8.88 and is now available for purchase through January 20th, 2026. Visit the link in the show notes or transcript to receive the 31 Days of Gentle Actions to Ease into 2026 email series. Thank you for spending this time with me, my friend. Trust that even small pauses and gentle actions create meaningful shifts. They can help you relieve all of that pressure you may be feeling early on in the year. I love hearing from you. Send me an email at Karli@flipsideofmidlife.com to say hello, share feedback, or ask me a question. I look forward to meeting you here again next week. Be well, my friend.